Hey guys, what is up? Flashback Sports here, back in their video today. I'm bringing you guys the news, my thoughts and opinions on Joe Haden signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, obviously, he was released from the Browns after they offered him $11 million a year. Or I think he wanted $11 million a year and they didn't want to pay it or something like that. But anyway, they released him, which, obviously they're trying to get younger and such. But he is only 28 years old. Me included, a lot of people think he is older than he is. He's only 28 years old. People think he's on the decline. He's getting older. He's only 28. Obviously, last season injuries got him, and the year before that injuries kind of got him. But in general, he's still young. He's still healthy. He should be a top 10 corner in the league this year. And this is a great signing for Pittsburgh. If you look at Pittsburgh, they never sign free agents. It's very rare that they do. Obviously, this offseason they got Nile Davis. And not that they don't sign free agents. They don't sign big-name free agents. Whenever there's a big free agent out there, they focus on signing their own players. They build through the draft, which is they have great at drafting. But if you look at the Steelers team and their drafting recently, last year or two they've been drafting secondary. But before that, and obviously those players aren't matured yet, and they might not be the best players at position. But the Steelers have a great offense. They have great linebackers. They have a good defensive line. And their secondary has been terrible for years, which is why Tom Brady just tore them apart during the playoffs last year, passing for like 384 yards, 3 touchdowns. And if you look at their defense, pass is just terrible. They do not have a good secondary. What they're lacking is a number 1 cornerback. That is why signing Joe Haden is such an important part for the Steelers. A lot of other teams could have used him, but I think the Steelers were probably the team that needed him the most, because that's the one missing piece they needed to be able to compete for a Super Bowl. Because a lot of people say, oh, it was their year, but it never was. Martavis Bryant missed, so their offense couldn't carry them, and their defense just isn't good enough to hold up. So that, but they finally get Joe Haden. They finally get that number 1 cornerback. A lot of people are saying, oh, he's a 2 or a 3. No, he's going to be their number 1 cornerback. Now, obviously, if Artie Burns progresses, he might slide in that number 1 slot. But I think starting this year, Joe Haden will be the number 1 cornerback, which he should be. He's like a top 10 cornerback. He is an elite cornerback in this league. He will start on more teams than just one in the NFL. It's not just the Steelers. A lot of teams that already have good cornerbacks, he would start on their team. Outside of, say, a team like the Seahawks with Richard Sherman, or a team like the Cardinals. Outside of that, he really is one of the best cornerbacks in the league, and this should really solidify the Steelers' defense and solidify the team in general. And I think this is just the best move the Steelers could have made, and that's what I think about this signing. Obviously, the Browns probably should have re-signed them, but they're trying to get younger, so we'll see. They're making some good moves recently, so we'll see how that goes for the Browns. But that's for the Steelers. If you're a Steelers fan, as I am, you should be excited for this trade and just, or not just, I was just talking about a trade, sorry about that. This free agent signing, you should be ecstatic about this. This makes the Steelers a true Super Bowl contender. This means they could beat the Patriots, and they're really the only true competition to the Patriots in the AFC. Obviously, you have teams like the Raiders and teams like that, but I just think the Steelers are the best competition for the Patriots. Now, obviously, they're the favorite to win the Super Bowl. They're the favorite to make it out of the AFC. But I think the Steelers stand a good chance to beat them, especially if Joe Haden shows being as good as he has been in past years, being a 2-time Pro Bowl cornerback. If you look at the Steelers, they haven't had a Pro Bowl cornerback since 1996. That's over 20 years. Like, you guys, I don't know if everyone understands. I didn't understand this because I thought we had a good secondary back whenever the Steelers won their last 2 Super Bowls, which we did, but we had good safeties. We had Ike Taylor at cornerback, but we haven't had great cornerbacks. So I've been rambling on for a while, but I really like this trade. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What do you think about this trade? What do you think about the Browns letting him go? And what do you think about him turning down multiple other teams that offered him more money to sign with the Steelers because he really wanted to play for the Steelers, which I like. That's pretty cool to me. Obviously he has a chance now to finally contend for a Super Bowl, which I don't think he's ever made the playoffs just playing for the Browns all these years. So obviously it's got to be exciting for him. It's exciting for me as a Steelers fan. And thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.